Empty Epsilon scenario writing, refactor, custom message. We're going to take care of some things that need to be taken care of. For example, set the bug timer to 2 minutes instead of 3 seconds for when we put out more Kraylor, and comment out this test line that shows us about the black sheep. We also neglected to include translation information on the strings that we added in the last video. So we're going to take a moment to add goal comms to these two strings here, closing the parentheses after the string. We also have one in the distressed freighter function where we added to the ship log. So let's go get the ship log context and put that around this message here, the faint distress call from Arlenian freighter, blah, blah, blah. Of course, again, closing the parentheses at the end of the string. The other bit that we added was a button, and we should translate the text on the button. Let's get button relay and put that here. Underscore parentheses, the context comma, and we will close the parentheses after the string. There's another one here where we added to ship log. We're not going to do anything with that because you intend to make that a custom message. So let's duplicate the code that creates a button in relay, and we will change it to a button for operations. We'll put the name, copy paste to where we need it. We'll change the console to operations. Let's set up a context button operations for the button that we just replicated for operations. So instead of button relay, we now have button operations. We also want to pass this console that gets clicked into the renderAid routine because we want to send the custom message to the console where the button was clicked. So we added it in the renderAid invocation, and we're going to add it here in the function. Of course, we have to spell it correctly. The other thing we want to do is to be sure that we delete the button that's on relay and the button that's on operations. Now let's add a custom message. So that is add custom message. We will put in console that was passed in as a parameter. We'll just say aid success. And we will copy the string above and just use it down below. So copy that, go down, paste it, close the parentheses. And let's put a context in for a custom message. Now this message is going to apply to relay and operations, and they have a context for that. We'll copy that. We'll go over and put that in front of our message. Underscore paren, the context comma, and close the parentheses at the end of the string, not the end of the line. Let's undo that. Let's go put that where it's supposed to be, right there. Let's get rid of the console, not the console, the ship log line. And instead, let's clone this into the else branch for when you're close enough to the freighter. If you're too far away, we're going to get a message saying that you're too far away. You need to be within 5 units. So we're going to call that aid failure, and we're going to say, you must be within 5 units of the distressed freighter to render aid. This way, the player knows what they're going to do whenever they try it the first time and click that button to render aid. Let us put translation context around this message. It is again a message for relay and operations. We'll close the parentheses for the translation and close the parentheses for the custom message. I think that's everything. Let's test it and see what happens. All right, start server, choose the development category and the intro scenario. We will take the default level. We're going to spawn a player ship. This time we're going to run the operations console so that you can see that the button that we added is there and that, yes, they get the message. all that good stuff. So there's the message, goes in the ship log. Now the button that gets added is behind the scanning widget. But you saw that the message did go to the console. Let us move the player ship close to the freighter. Now we're going to take all these because it's a habit, and I also want to look at relay to show the difference between relay. You can see the button is there, and operations. So there's the button. We'll click it. We get the message, you've successfully rendered aid. See, it's also in the ship log, and the button is gone.